second act of the mating game, you might notice, Pat, he's not feeling that great. It happens sometimes. You might have seen some stuff happen during the commercial breaks. He's a little sad right now, and I was hoping maybe you all could coax him to come out and do the rest of the show. Do we think you can do that? Yeah! Okay, I thought of a little chant, so this is how it's going to go. I'm going to say, who do we love? And you all say, we love Pat. So let's try that. Who do we love?
We love Pat.
Who do we love?
We love Pat.
Who do we love?
We love Pat.
All right, follow me. Pat.
Pat, 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 Pat,
Welcome, mating game. That was very nice, thank you. All right, well, who is it going to be? Sammy the sailor, or Maddie the bouncer, or Wilma the stewardess? You know, it's just about this time in the show, and I find it fun to find out just a little bit more about each of our contestants. So, here's something you didn't know. When Sammy isn't sailing, she is a marijuana dealer.
So I do go down to Columbia to pick up the bananas, and while I'm there.
And how have you found that affects your nautical skills?
It helps the seasickness a lot.
Well, it's good to know, all right. You know, you might not know it from her grace and poise, but Maddie the bouncer has 11 toes. Maddie, how do you use that to your advantage on the job?
You'd be surprised how intimidating it is to make a fist with a bare foot at the door when you need to get somebody off your back.
I would be surprised at that.
I can throw a good punch with either foot.
All right, good to know. Well, I'm not going to get in your way. And finally, you know, here's something you wouldn't expect by looking at her, but our stewardess Wilma pickles her own bread. What the hell does that mean?
Well, it's like a sweet and savory thing. First you make the bread, and then you put it in a lot of vinegar, and then you wait a long time, and then you unscrew it, and it's ambrosia. I bring it on the plane. The captains and the crew love it.
Oh. Well, I bet that makes your flights very special. All right! You know, they're not the only people with interesting fun facts. Our bachelor has an interesting fun fact as well. And, well, that is...
Say it.
I will, but it won't make any sense. But the best I can tell, you rig socks dive.
That's right, Pat. You see, divers from the years 1875 to 1913 had specific socks for diving, and those were called rig socks. And sometimes throughout the process of deep sea diving with the whole system, the helmet, the apparatus, they would have to remove their boots in order to dive deeper to catch certain type of fish and coral and whatnot, and they would leave their rig socks on the seabed. They're very valuable because they're lined sometimes with some very unique...
Well, pickle my bread. All right, let's get on with the game. It's time for our It's Getting Serious round. I want you to imagine that you have been dating for 2 years. And things are getting serious. Who are you going to start off with?
Well, Sammy,
Yes?
it's been 2 years.
Am I getting up for this?
You are. And let's just imagine, I would imagine after 2 years, we will be living together.
Yes, great.
And place?
You like boats?
I love boats.
Great, I have a houseboat.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
So let's imagine we're living on the houseboat, and of course we had to live on your houseboat because you didn't want to live at my place. Too many people around, as you said, right? Too many people around. But your boat is docked, and if anyone comes around, we can just
there's
unanchor
not-
that.
there's not really a lot of space for other people on the houseboat.
Exactly. That's why we're very adamant that we moved to your place. And now we've been there for 2 years. And
Oh, but it's great. I mean, there's something so much fun about sleeping, in a space. You have to crawl in onto the bed, and you get up too fast, you hit your head on the
yeah.
ceiling.
Oh, yeah. I know that very well,
And
actually.
then, you have to be really creative with cooking with the hot plate.
The hot plate, yeah.
But
But the hot plate doesn't work sometimes because your boat battery is very weak, and we have to constantly be recharging it. But it has a lot of positive perks too, right? Sometimes if you're in the restroom, I just go off the deck and relieve myself into the water directly. That could be interesting.
I mean, but Jake, it's so intimate, isn't it?
It is intimate.
It would be very intimate, and you and I could just spend so many hours, just you and me.
As we do. I imagine we would spend a lot of hours together. But I like to collect fungus and mushroom, but I haven't done that for 2 years now because they won't grow in that climate. And of course, when I do on the occasion go out to the forest to get it, you never really join me, You just want to stay isolated.
Yeah, well, no, I'm just a private person. I like to do what I like to do. You don't always have to join me on my expeditions to South America where we pick up, multiple kinds of drugs and bananas. It's always important to have oranges out there. And look, I do my sailing trips and you do your fungus thing.
I'm tired of being isolated.
Okay. I guess after 2 years, I could meet your mother. So just bring her over already, I guess, in that case, Yeah, it'll be great. She'll love the boat. Take her out.
My mother's not talking to me after 2 years, because I haven't seen her in that time. So, maybe if I try, of course it's all imaginary. But I imagine that she wanted to spend the 2 Christmases and holidays with me and you, but I had to think of excuses to get out of it. And now, not only her, but my whole family kind of pushed me away because
if she doesn't want to talk, then great. We don't have to.
It's not great. It's not great. What about you and your family?
They died in a tragic sailing accident.
I know what it's like to have someone in your family die.
Oh, right, your dad. But okay. Well, I'll do it. I'll meet your mother. Let's imagine that I would do it.
So we're gonna surprise her. We're gonna get her. We're gonna get on a bus, and we're gonna drive over to Boston from Berkeley.
That's a long drive.
It's a long drive. But I've been on a long 2-year drive with you.
Yeah, that's true.
So we're gonna go to her door, and you're there with me. And she opens it, and I want you to say the first line.
Hello, hi.
Oh, the door slammed in our face.
Maybe we could stay at a hotel like down the street, and then we just meet up with her for dinner one night, and then we see Boston together.
I'm not happy. And I don't know in this hypothetical situation I would want to stay with you.
Let's imagine we hear Mother sobbing from the other side of the room.
Okay. So
But Mother won't answer.
Well, we're back at home. Our home.
my home.
Yeah, your home.
I mean our home. Our home.
You know,
Well. That's a perfect time to end this round. That was horrible. Well, sit down, because there's always a new love right around the corner, I hope. And now it's time for an It's Getting Serious round with another one of these fabulous contestants!
Number 2.
Jake.
So last time we were talking about maybe adoption.
Right?
Yeah, and now we're 2 years into it.
Yeah. First of all,
Yeah.
because I work nights,
Right.
you would be open to staying home with the kids, and when I'm out in the daytime, you would stay home with the kids also, right?
So I'm with the kids all the time.
Yeah, how do you feel about that? I mean, that's, you know.
That's traditionally not the role.
Well, you could show them your mushrooms.
I think
You could teach them all about fungus.
I could. Listen, I'm trying to be a little bit different in our world, right? I want to be a different man.
Okay. Okay.
But I want to have you as my partner to help you with the responsibility.
I'm listening to you.
Yeah.
I don't know what that was.
Well, this is hypothetical anyway, so why are we starting with a problem?
That's right.
Where are we going?
Well, did you moved to Las Vegas, perhaps? Yes?
I moved to Las Vegas. Do you know how impossible it is to grow mushrooms in that place?
And, well, I'm sure that in the casinos they have a dark, damp, moist.
You know what? Yes, let's just say I figured out a way. I did figure out a way to grow
I'm
mushrooms.
so appreciative. It was so big of you to do that, to come all the way out west.
Well, we're in love, I imagine, after 2 years
Yes,
of being serious.
Yeah.
And after 2 years, I want to get a little more serious.
Wow. Jake. Does that mean like we would like actually?
Well, hypothetically speaking, will you marry me?
Of course I will.
You said yes?
Yes. Yes.
Well, unfortunately, this is all just a warped delusion, so come on and have a seat, because we're still in the middle of the It's Getting Serious round. You haven't made your choice yet, and none of that has really happened. All right, it's time for your final It's Getting Serious round.
Wilma,
Jake,
2 years. I can't believe
can't believe it.
we've imagining 2 years together now.
It's amazing. It's been really, well, it's been an adventure.
It has been an adventure, and because of your scheduling, you're flying a lot, so our home base is my baby, my place. Right?
You have been wonderful about letting me be gone for a week at a time, and you never complain, and you're not jealous hardly ever, except that one time that was really bad.
We promised never to bring that up again. But you are.
It's just,
Well, is he still on your mind?
no, he never was.
Okay, well, good.
I can't help it if some crazy traveler stalks me.
There's something I gotta admit to you, Wilma. When you told me about your relationship history earlier in the show, I felt a little bit intimidated by you.
My little gobbo?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I've never been to exotic lands. I mean, well, not physically anyway.
Baby, imagine it.
But, you know, the way you talked about him, and throughout these past 2 years, I was trying to see if you would somehow talk about me in that way with other people. We met my family, I met yours, but I still haven't heard that same passion that I heard that same time that you talked about that little guy. And I'm much taller than him.
I talk about you like that to other people. This is what worries me,
What worries you? Why?
is that you're insecure. I tell you every day, in our imaginations, that I love you and that I'm so glad we're together, but you still find things to feel bad about. And
helped me get over certain inadequacies that I felt.
So you want me to make you secure?
Is that something I shouldn't ask of my partner?
It has to come from in here. I do everything I can. I'm with you. I'm based in Boston.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm being unreasonable.
Yeah. I really care for you. In fact, I'd love to move our relationship even deeper. I mean, it's been 2 years.
Are you sure with me? Because yes.
I want to be with you.
I want to be with you too.
So,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm just gonna throw a host challenge in on you. I mean, I just want you to imagine that maybe at this point in your relationship, you had a friend whose heart was broken a long time ago. And you were nice enough a long time ago, you took him on that vacation and you kind of brought him along, but he really hasn't been able to get things together, and he shows up on your doorstep and asks to move in. But what would you do?
Well, he wants to move in. Let's have a private conversation about this. That's not going to happen. Hey, Pat.
Oh, thanks. And then just before you answer, he pulls out like this half-drunk, cheap flask of whiskey, and he drinks it, but a lot of it just dribbles down his chin.
Yeah, you take care of this one. He can't be living here with us. He's a broken man for up to 2 years. He's still thinking about her.
What if I just wanted to sleep on your couch for just a week
just a week.
and a half?
A week and a half is going to be 2 weeks, a month.
Okay, a month.
Hey, listen, Pat. He got fired from the show. The other guy took over. He's a mess.
Who said I got fired from the show?
Well, hypothetically speaking, I would imagine that would happen.
Why would you imagine I would get fired from the show?
Because you're drinking and you're half drunk.
Because you walked out on me!
Pat, you're a mess.
You're in Boston. The show's in L.A. You want to come on?
Get it together.
I was the best corpse that damn show ever saw!
Yes, you were.
Shut up!
All right, now let's go to a commercial break right now.
And we'll be back.
Okay, all right, round.
Hey, Max! Hey, sorry to storm your set once again. I think I left my glasses here.
My name is Pat.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Listen, did you see a pair of glasses around here? Anywhere?
I didn't.
Okay, well, fine. I'm sure they'll turn up.
Are you with her?
With who?
Wilma.
Oh, that little dime piece from earlier? Well, I will be tonight. Isn't it so great being on an A-list or the C-list? Being on the list. And, here they are. It's like shooting fish in a barrel, right? I mean, these fans, they come to Hollywood, they got stars in their eyes, and all you gotta do is tell them that they have the same name as your mother or something, and you can basically love them and leave them, right? Oh,
I didn't want to love her and leave her. I loved her.
what? You were in love with Wilma Rebecca?
You don't understand, do you? You think this is all real. You think there's nothing to life except being on the set of some TV show and playing make-believe. Well, it isn't make-believe. The mating game is real life. And that's all we have to do in this world before we die. Find someone that we can hope to spend 60, 70 years with if we're lucky, and then rot together in the ground in a plot in Flushing, Queens, where your mother bought them 35 years ago because they were cheap and Uncle Abe was already buried there.
That's a lot of detail. Well, look at you. Finally standing up for yourself, huh?
Pat,
I can't make a better entrance. I'm coming, Pat.
Oh, Wilma, Rebecca, how great to see you.
Pat. No, wait. Pat, listen. I didn't really, I was just a fan of his character in a movie. A lot of movies that he played. He's not that person. He's not. He's fake. He's phony. He looks beautiful with those eyes and that beard, and he's tall and amazing. And when his shirt is off, oh my God!
I'm rich too.
And rich. I forgot about that. That's not real. He doesn't even like snowballs. Who doesn't like snowballs?
Well, the camera adds 10 pounds.
But listen, I fell in love with you, the dead body on the floor. That's when I fell in love with you, and this, it's in there somewhere. And I cherish this. This is real, Pat. I want to sew the buttons on your jacket for the rest of your life. I want to eat Hostess cupcakes with you. I want to drink Coke with you out of the same straw.
I'm sorry, Wilma. You made your choice.
I choose you, Pat.
It's too late. Your round is over.
Well, they don't like it.
Every once in a while, it dawns on you when you do this long enough. It's not really their call, it's mine.
Did you hear that?
I'm sorry, Wilma. Goodbye.
All right, well, I think it's time to go.
Oh, Wilma, wait up, baby. Let's take a walk in the park, huh? Come on, light the show. How long are you in LA for?
All right, why don't we get the show going?
Yes, everybody, come on back. I'm feeling like a new man.
Who do we love? Pat! All right, we're gonna start again in 3, 2.
And we're back on the mating game! All right, well, it's time for the Who Could Have Seen That Coming round. In the Who Could Have Seen That Coming round, each of the contestants are going to throw some type of relationship curveball at our bachelor. Who are you going to go with first?
Contestant number 2.
Contestant number 2.
So, I need to tell you something. When we were talking about children, and we agreed that maybe we could adopt them, Jake, I started to think about it, and I don't know if I'm built to be a mother. And I wonder, how would you feel if we didn't have children?
Well, who could have seen that coming?
A family is something that I want. It's something that I've wanted my entire life, really. And if you don't want that,
It's not that it's that I don't think I would be good at it.
why?
I'm a bouncer.
You're a protector.
Do you see the people, if you saw the people that I worked with, you would not want.
I don't care about who you work with. I care about who you are. And I always see a wonderful, strong protector in front of me. And I think you would make I know you make an amazing mother. But I don't want to be a catalyst to force you into something you don't want. But that's what I'm looking for. Maybe I could love you enough to overlook it.
Wow. You know what? This is so confusing. I didn't expect that answer from you.
I didn't expect you to give me that story.
Well, when Brick and I talked about it,
Right.
right, when we were in the desert that time, and we looked into the orb of light, and when I looked at myself and I saw that I couldn't be a mother, and Brick couldn't handle that, unfortunately, and he left me. But you know what? Just hearing your response to my self-doubt, it kind of tickled something.
I have self-doubt too, you know. I can't predict the future, but maybe I'd be willing to think about it and give it a shot.
All right, it's time for our next Who Could Have Seen That Coming round? Which contestant will you choose?
Wilma.
I guess sometimes you just have to put it out there and be honest. Once I'm married, I would like to quit my job and stay home and start having babies immediately. And I would like you to provide for us, completely and solely.
I saw that coming.
Oh, I know I come across as a modern woman and flight attendant and all that, but deep inside, I'm really just a traditional woman.
Well, there are some points that you made that I love hearing, but I have been looking for someone a little bit less traditional because my life is not traditional. I hunt fungus. Some of them are not legal. I distribute sometimes.
You're also a rigged socks diver.
That's right.
But I